Hey everyone, I am here with Jack Effel, who is the Vice President of the World Series of Poker, or as he just told me, the guy who runs around and takes care of shit. Jack.
That pretty much, that's kind of what we do here. Actually, there's a big team of people that are going around doing that, especially these last few days as we try to, put, thousands upon thousands of people in for this Big 50 event.
So I was going to ask you about that. First day, Thursday, you had just over 6,000 people enter. It was a little chaotic. How many people were you expecting?
I think that, the expectation is kind of what the turnout has been, right? And so, look, we had 6,095 the first day. We drew 5,972 on the B flight. We're at about 6,300 today with registration still open, still taking late registration, and, the very short line at registration, no line at the late registration. So it's been very, very smooth. But I will tell you, the logistics of trying to run an event of this magnitude is that you don't quite know what you don't know until you do it, right? And so, the first day was like, okay, I've got this. I think I know what the math is. I think I know what the bust out rate is going to be. And that would be great if that was the only thing in the universe that you were dealing with, right? But at the World Series of Poker, we don't kind of just do one thing, right? We always do like all of these different things because, we're an event that services, all the different categories of players, right? And so we have, different games, different events, different buy-ins.
People were complaining in that 10K Super Turbo because it was a Super Turbo and they're sort of waiting in the same line as people who are registering for a tournament that's 2 or 3 days in advance. But end of the day, you got to register.
Well, I mean, listen, we really do give people ample time to buy in advance. And I'm not going to make any excuses for everyone who shows up right before the tournament starts and says, hey, how come I can't get in right this second? So it would be difficult on any level for, 200 players to kind of all show up right at the start time and try to get in, especially, first days, people want to get safety deposit boxes. But with all that said, take the blame. We had some issues with the window, with some technology, with a few printers, with a few employees that maybe gave bad information, that sort of thing. So, look, these are things that we work out. And if I told you that, we wouldn't correct those, then it would be bad. But I think that, we're, good at trying to find the problems, fix the problems, try to ensure those problems don't continue to happen, and every day try to be better than we were the previous days, right? And so, at the World Series of Poker, you got a lot of challenges, you got a lot of things to deal with, but I want everyone to know that we're thinking about the problems that are in front of us, we're thinking about the problems that happened before us, and we're thinking about the problems that are going to happen ahead of us.
Looking ahead, it looks like this is going to maybe beat the Colossus numbers, be the biggest WSOP tournament in history as far as numbers. Do you foresee any problems going forward? I was talking to Seth and she just thought, are we going to run out of chips for this event?
That's always a possibility that we could run out of chips. The crew's done a pretty good job of, doing some mass color ups and that sort of thing. And the way that the structure is that everybody plays across 2 days. And then, that we've been getting chips off at the end of the night and coloring up. And after you get through 2 days, we're pretty much done with most of the color ups, and there's a lot of big chips in play and that sort of thing. So all the chips that you really need to restart another flight are available to be able to seat more players. So right now we're not in bad shape and we can continue to seat players, and I promise we'll let everyone know if we run into a snafu and if we need to make adjustments or do something different. I will continue to find ways to be strategic in those problems.
What are you going to do for tomorrow then? Do you have a number in mind that you're going to sell out for and then just do the late registration again for 1D?
I would like to say that, I'm going to put everyone in that is going to come. And I think that's possible depending on what time of day that they come. Okay. We're going to do the exact same thing tomorrow that we did today, that at 11 o'clock, we will start selling late registration for Flight D. So Flight D will start selling at 11 a.m. tomorrow. We will start with seating late registration at 12 p.m. So we're going to start 2 hours earlier tomorrow than we did today. And the reason for that is I don't have as many restarts, and I don't have a 3 o'clock.
Tournament.
Yeah, I don't have all the other stuff. We don't have a restart for today's flight tomorrow because today's restart is on Monday and tomorrow's restart is on Tuesday. So, we did that in anticipation of having Saturday and Sunday as being the biggest days for this field, which every day has been obviously a sellout. So tomorrow you can line up at 11 to register. At 12, you can line up to actually get seated, and anyone that wants to come can come, and I encourage you to come, and I think that we should be able to get through, thousands of registrations tomorrow from a late registration standpoint. Definitely, if you want to take a shot at the biggest live poker event of all time, you should come down to the Rio and bring $500 and get into action. But you can't sign up until 11 a.m. tomorrow.